Okay, so it's been almost 3 years since Spider-Man 2 released on PS5, bro. And now I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that game, it was gas. It was really fun. I made a whole playthrough for it on the channel. I barely make playthroughs on games in general. I really did enjoy that game, but I never really made a review for the game because I've always been kind of mixed on it. I've had mixed feelings, and I just never got around to getting my actual thoughts out on the game. Now, I don't know what the majority is when it comes to this game. Me personally, I'm taking Spider-Man 1 over this all day, every day. Not saying the gameplay's better in that, but the overall game, the overall vibe, the overall story, it gets more things right than this gets right. But today, the real question I want to answer, did Spider-Man 2 live up to the hype? Now, you guys can drop y'all comments down right now what you think.
Oh my god, MJ was still a crucial part of the game. I hate it. I hate women.
No, somebody's probably gonna say that. But realistically, I think the general consensus is that it's a great game, but it has its flaws. Some might say they're big, some say they're small. But at the end of the day, it's all about the motion in the ocean. And Spider-Man 1's motion was just a little better. Alright, let me stop being weird. Let's get into it. Now, first, we're gonna start with the positives, because I don't want you guys thinking that I hate this game. I don't hate this game. I don't despise it at all. The first positive I've got, which is the most obvious one, the gameplay. The gameplay in this game is amazing. Yo, the web swinging feels great. You can adjust it. People that didn't like the feeling of almost feeling like you're hovering on the street when you get too close to the ground in Spider-Man 1, they added like a web swing assist, and you can toggle that to however you like it. And that added a lot of weight to you web swinging. Also, the web wings. Oh my god, the web wings, bro. Sometimes that game had me feeling like Iron Man when I was flying, because a lot of the time it just feels like you're flying. But yo, the web wings were a great addition. I love them so much. The wind tunnels, I mean, they're fine. I don't like them that much, honestly. I think I just don't enjoy the big green circles that pop up where they are. I would just prefer the wind. The wind would be fine with me, but you know what? It's cool. The combat's cool. They didn't really improve nothing drastic. They added a parry button. They added some more takedowns with the web arms. Miles got some more freaky shit with his electricity moves. And this right here. Oh my god, this is probably the most satisfying thing to do in the game.
I love throwing people against the wall and just putting their back through it. Just stomping on them until they die.
But yeah, man, the gameplay is really fun this time around. The only thing that I will say about the gameplay that was kind of a pet peeve for me, specifically when it comes to the symbiote, bro, there's like 3 takedown animations when you go into surge mode with the symbiote. And it does the same exact thing over and over and over again. Like, the rage mode's cool, but it's very, very bare bones. It doesn't really, like, I just yell and I just start doing the same 3 finishers back to back to back to back. Nonetheless, though, it's still fun. Another positive of mine, I don't think everybody's gonna agree with this one, but bro, the boss fights in this game were actually pretty fun, slash the set pieces. And when I say that, the main one that I think about is that lizard fight. Oh my goodness, the lizard fight was so freaking fun. Chasing the dude through the city, bro, then ending up in the sewer and fighting this big ass lizard monster, bro. It was a vibe, bro. It was so fun. The Venom boss fight at the end was good too. Wasn't like the best thing since sliced bread or anything, but like, yo, the whole vibe, you and your high school best friend fighting each other on the high school turf, and then it's like elevated with all this symbiote and stuff. It was cinematic, bro. It was so cool. Venom with the wings was crazy. Even though I don't really like how they did Venom in this game, I don't really like it, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about the boss fights. The boss fights were cool. Maybe not like super freaking intuitive or anything. They weren't like difficult, but they were fun. Another thing I like were the suits. The suits look clean. The suit customization was kind of cool. They had like suit mods for each one. Each one had like a different color variation. That was kind of slick, but unfortunately, those are all of my positives. All of the other things I have to say are negatives. I took notes, but honestly, I really hope this doesn't become a rant session, because this can definitely become one very, very fast. All right, number 1 on my dislikes, bro. Peter in this game does not feel like Peter Parker, at least not completely. Now, when I say that, I kind of mean that in multiple different ways. He feels very weird with the symbiote, and he also feels very weird strength-wise. Maybe I should say Spider-Man, not Peter Parker. But as y'all know, Spider-Man has this thing where he never gives up. Like, you can beat Spider-Man, bro, beat his face into the concrete. He is not going to stop fighting you. I don't know why there are multiple times in this game where Peter just gets tossed around like a rag doll and he just looks like he's done. I know y'all remember that scene. People used to gas it a lot, but MJ freaking took a hit from Venom in Aunt May's dining room to protect Peter, and then a fridge falls on top of him and he just falls down like a regular human. Now, okay, wasn't expecting it. You know, he is a human, bro. This nigga has superpowers, or we did ask. And then we let enough time pass by where Venom takes over Mary Jane. Like, it's like Peter Parker isn't just snapping right back up and like making sure that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. And then the whole thing with the Craven knife and him basically dying and the symbiote saving him. And I'm not even really getting into it. There are a lot more instances where Peter Parker just is doing dumb shit and like Miles had to save his ass a few times. I just really don't like the new Peter Parker face scan. I think it looked better in Miles Morales. I don't know what it is about this game and what they did to that Peter Parker face. I can't deal with it. When I first saw it in Miles Morales, I was like, okay, I can get used to this. But I'm telling you, bro, that is not the same face. I don't know what it is. If you play Miles Morales, I feel like you know what I'm talking about. It's just off in Spider-Man 2. And then, of course, for the Spider-Man 1 face to just look better, bro. It just looks better. It fits the older Spider-Man better. And also, when it comes to Peter with the symbiote, the whole point of the symbiote in the game is that it makes him feel like he's a better Spider-Man. But other than like us seeing him have times where he just needs help, like when he couldn't save the lady at the Ferris wheel and I think Harry helped him, stuff like that, we never see a Peter struggle with an internal idea of him not being a good enough Spider-Man. Like we see instances where like he's struggling and somebody helps him, but he doesn't harp on it. It's not a thing that's like a main focal point of the story. I don't like how the game kind of had the symbiote create an internal conflict that didn't exist. I feel like it would have made more sense if the game focused on Peter. You know, he can't catch up with Miles as much because yeah, he's getting older, he's focusing on other things, and you can see Peter kind of struggling with this, and then the symbiote comes along and it solves all his problems. When the symbiote comes along, it makes him better, but like other than just being stronger and making him more confident, it doesn't really improve his life. Like the symbiote is supposed to feel like a drug. It's supposed to give you everything you want or make you feel better so you won't come up off of it. And it's something that Peter should struggle with, but this game doesn't really make Peter struggle with it at all. He just gets it. It makes him stronger. He likes it. It starts doing stuff while he's sleeping and he's like, oh yeah, this is bad. I need to take this off of me. And then there isn't really like a struggle to use it again or anything like that. It's like once it's off, it's like, yeah, that was bad. I don't know what got into me. This kind of goes into my next thing that I don't like about the game. The symbiote is an extremely generic evil and it drives me insane, bro. I feel like the perfect thing to compare the symbiote to is that new movie Obsession, bro. Now, any of y'all that have seen that movie Obsession, first of all, Indy Navarrete, bro, amazing actress. I cannot wait to see her in more stuff. The whole point, the symbiote is Nikki. Peter Parker, in a way, is kind of the main character who's the guy, but even though he's a sick fuck. But look, hear me out, let me land the plane. In a game that was written a bit better, Peter Parker being the guy from Obsession feels like he isn't a good enough Spider-Man, and that symbiote, aka the One Wish Willow controlling Nikki, gives him everything he wants, everything that he's obsessed with, the power, the control over his life, and the confidence. Now, Spider-Man takes that drug and he commits to it, but eventually he realizes it's not okay, but he struggles with that fact that it's not okay because he wants it to be okay. Now, the guy in the movie, he did not struggle with the fact. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was a sick bastard. There was no saving that man. What happened in the movie is like if Peter Parker stayed with the symbiote the whole time, knowing it was self-sabotaging, knowing he was fucking shit up, and he did not care. That might have been a trash analogy, but if you get it, you get it. I just feel like there was no obsession. The symbiote wasn't really obsessed with Peter. I feel like it was just a strong host and it wanted to stay with Peter, but it wasn't really obsessed like we've seen in other interpretations of the symbiote story. And Peter didn't really struggle with it either. The first time he tried to take it off, he took it off and had no issues with withdrawal or anything like that. He didn't even think about taking the symbiote back for a second. And also at the end of the game, bro, with Venom, oh my god, whose fucking idea was it to make his whole thing to heal the world by turning everyone into symbiotes? Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I finished the game. I'm pretty sure that's what he was trying to do at the end. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry. But, bro, what are we doing? Venom is not just like this evil monster. Like, why do we just make him this evil monster? Plus, another thing that pissed me off about this, and all them advertisements, Sony, that y'all fucking put out, it showed multiple fights during the daytime against Venom. Now, what I heard, this fight between Miles, Peter, and Venom was supposed to last hours. Like, they were supposed to fight at night, and it was supposed to leak over into the daytime. This is supposed to be like a whole, like freaking 8-hour thing. This did not happen in the game. And I don't know why, bro. There was so much cut out of this game. Like, even if you search on Twitter or Reddit or anything, there were so many other things gameplay wise too that were supposed to happen that ended up just getting cut because they didn't have enough time. Again, like I just said, Venom's whole thing is that he is obsessed with Spider-Man and he wants to be on him over anybody else, bro. This game did not emphasize that. It didn't even really acknowledge that. I will also say there were a lot of moments in this game that dragged out that were like a part of the main story. One of them that I will mention is the high school mission. Oh my god, I've seen people meme about this online, but this is legit. Like, now that I'm replaying the game, I completely forgot how fucking boring this mission was, bro. Yo, when Harry comes back, you're out on your bikes all the way to the school. They play this super jolly music. You get a flashback. And it's cool seeing Peter younger. I will say that's cool. But then you get this really boring stealth mission in the high school. And the whole thing's corny. And like the way you guys escape, Harry like says something on the intercom and it makes all the security guards run to the main office. And then you run outside and Harry's outside. Like he wasn't just speaking on the intercom. But you know what? I'm gonna shut up. And then his father just pulls up in a helicopter in the football field to tell him his mom's dying. It was so weird, bro. When I replayed that and I just realized how all those events just happened back to back, I just started laughing. I know it sounds crazy. Shut up. But moments like that, some of the moments with Miles in his college essay, Miles, 500 words are not a lot of words to write on the essay, bro. I think you can do that pretty fast. Like, stop bullshitting. Also, bro, what were you thinking with that ugly ass suit, dog? What were you thinking with that suit? What was Insomniac thinking with that? What were y'all thinking with the comb over dreads? I told y'all this was gonna become a rant, bro. I knew it was gonna happen. The last thing I'll say for now too is that I feel like the story didn't have a real punch in it like the first game did. The first game, and honestly the Miles Morales spinoff. The first game's punch, spoilers if you haven't played the first game, I don't know why you're watching this if you haven't played the first game. Aunt May dies at the end and Peter has to make a decision, either save the city or save the one true person that has ever loved him. Fuck Mary Jane, she's not real. And then in the second game, Miles was kind of forced to low-key kill his best friend. And at the end of this game, what happened? We fought Venom, Harry gets wheeled out on a freaking stretcher, and Norman yells at the Spider-Man telling him that he hates him and he'll never forgive him. Yada yada yada. But like, bro, have you been keeping up with the situation? You gave him that symbiote to take care of him. We beat it off of him because the symbiote tried to take over the damn world. Why the fuck are you mad? What would have made more sense here, taking the symbiote from him, ended up killing him because of his cancer, disease, or whatever he had. Or if we just accidentally killed him because obviously we're beating the shit out of Venom. But it would have made more sense if he just happened to pass due to his illness. And that would have been a real motivation for Norman in the next game. But I just feel like now we just have Norman hating us just to hate us because we know what he's going to become eventually. Like, we watched at the end of the game was just a father who was a dickhead, just being emotional and taking his anger out on the closest person to take his anger out on. Yo, it clearly was not the Spider-Man's fault. It clearly wasn't. I don't know what made him think it was. But yeah, man, this game had a lot of ups and downs. Kraven was also amazing. I forgot to say that. I think this is the best interpretation of Kraven that I've seen in a game, in a TV show, in a movie. That movie was ass. I really like Venom's design. I like the 19 inches that they gave him. This version of Spider-Man's advanced suit, the advanced suit 2.0, the blue is cool, but oh my god, that red and black, yo, I have the Hot Toys version of that with my Hot Toys Miles Morales, you feel me? I ain't gonna say too much, but that is legit one of my favorite Spider-Man suits ever. It is so freaking clean. But this game did have a lot going for it. It did, and honestly, you ask most people today, they're gonna give that game a 10 out of 10. Me personally, I give it an 8, 8.5. The game is still good. Did it live up to the hype? I would say overall it did, but I feel like that's going to be the answer of most people. My answer is it didn't quite live up to the hype, but it was almost there. It was a great game, but the story just fell flat for me. Also, I'm not even going to get into the whole anti-Venom thing because I don't really think that made sense too much how he unlocked those powers. And now are we just going to like leave an alien inside of Peter? Because he has symbiote still technically, but are we gonna like try to get that removed? We never really touched up on that, and I didn't even get to the fact that all these freaking side missions that could have led to real good DLC, we're just gonna act like they didn't exist. Bro, we had a Carnage DLC that we were supposed to receive. We could have got another DLC for that freaking cult that was just chilling throughout the city. Shit, we had Spider-Verse, we could have got a low-key Spider-Verse DLC if we really wanted to, but I would have settled for Carnage. I would have settled for just the Carnage DLC, but Insomniac, the only DLC y'all are giving us is the brand new day suit. Fuck you niggas, bro. That shit made me mad when I saw that. And people are online hyping it up saying, oh, it's peak, and it's free. Shut the hell up. But anyway, bro, I do like Spider-Man 2. It did not live up to the hype. If y'all enjoyed the video, or if y'all agree with anything that I said or disagree, let me know down below in the comments. I have been waiting to let this rant out for a while. I am not gonna lie, and it feels good. It feels pretty good. I'm gonna go to sleep well after this. Good night.
I said I'm spinning out the way still, paving in the sun to getting paid still. I'm rolling up a chair like Curry Day still, staying out the way still. She love me cause I'm real, she like to feel real. She kid around as ill as soon as she feel.
I really like Venom's design. I like the 19 inches that they gave him.